The Rays releasing renderings of what will be their forever home, as they put it, on the website, newballpark.raysbaseball.com. If by some chance you didn't land on the website yesterday, I know the three of us all spent some significant time there. I even went, for some reason, I really got caught up, Aaron. I got caught up looking at the website. You know what I did? Did you see what I did?
No.
I tweeted about it. So you can secure your seats already for the new Rays ballpark. You can get early access and before the general public to seats and obviously season tickets at the new Rays ballpark, whatever it may be called, for $19.98. $19.98 on their new website, newballpark.raysbaseball.com. You can put, and it'll go towards a future ticket if you weren't to buy season tickets, which I'll be honest with you, I am not going to buy season tickets. But it was just kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not sentimental, but even though I'm not going to buy season tickets, I did it. I dropped the $19.98 to secure my seats, if you will, at newballpark.raysbaseball.com, because I believe this ownership group is going to get this thing done.
Yeah, I do too. I know that Rays fans, I saw a lot of them on Twitter yesterday. It's kind of just over renderings, and I saw we were kind of the butt of the joke around the nation when it comes to renderings. They're probably right. We've never probably seen this many renderings for one team, sports team, where we just, a couple years go by, new rendering, new place, new ballpark, Ybor City, St. Petersburg. Now we're talking about the HCC site, and I look at this, the renderings, they look pretty.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful, sure. They look great. Look, state of the art. $2+ billion? How? Why? When? Where? Why can't we make this thing less than that?
Listen, those are questions that are over our head. Like, we don't understand any of this stuff.
Did you think the renderings in Pinellas were beautiful?
I did.
Then why is it double the price?
I know there's going to be more capacity than they were planning there. I don't know how that makes it $1 billion more.
We know the roof is a big part of the cost. The roof costs a lot, but $2+ billion? Really?
Looks like knockoff SoFi Stadium.
I've heard that. I've heard people saying it looks like SoFi. $2+ billion?
It's similar in a way, but it's very, I've been to SoFi. I did a tour over there. Listen, $2.3 billion is a drop in the bucket. A drop in the bucket compared to the $34 billion of direct economic impact that this stadium and development will have over 30 years in Tampa Bay. It will pay for itself over and over and over again.
All right, so if that's the case, everything you just noted, it's going to pay for itself over and over and over again.
That's what I'm seeing here on the website. $34 billion of direct economic impact over 30 years.
Then you know what? It makes me feel less bad for the amount that the owners are going to have to foot. Because if you've directly put on there within this that this is how much you're going to make, this is the revenue that's going to come in over the next, 30 years?
Well, listen, it says direct economic impact, Aaron. So that doesn't necessarily mean, I don't think, 100% revenue to the team, right? Economic impact, I believe, is referring to what it's going to do for the city.
Then
right?
That's where they need to negotiate and come to the table. But if the price tag is going to be $2+ billion, you got to expect, and I know they've offered half, and that's great.
At least half.
It's going to have to be
at least half.
It's going to have to be more than that, and
I think that they know that.
Yeah, it's just going to be. It's just how it is. And you know what? Hillsborough County and City of Tampa, Hillsborough County, the commission, they're going to have to come up with this money because it has to happen. Ken Hagan knows how important it is. There are members of the commission that don't love where some of this funding is going to come from, what they're going to have to dip into. And the problem that we have here in Tampa is we don't just have the Rays when they come here. We have the Bucks.
Man, that's so unique to Tampa.
We got the Lightning.
A lot of cities have 4 franchises, man.
Right.
Listen, are we a major city that can have nice things, or are we a middle-of-the-road city? I don't look at Tampa as a middle-of-the-road city, and I don't think any of us should. And I think we should look at things like a new ballpark for the Rays and eventually a new stadium for the Buccaneers, all these things, like I'm not saying that it should be easy to do. They never are easy to do, but they should be doable. And a lot of cities that aren't as great as Tampa, they've got 4 major franchises. So I don't want to hear that it's unique to Tampa or it's too hard to have 3 teams in your own backyard, because a lot of cities do. So what makes us not able to do that?
The economics of it. We'd have to dive into it, but clearly there's a reason why, and you can look at the big cities. Who are the big cities that have all those franchises? We'll look at Philly. They're right there. It's Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's a bigger city than Tampa.
It is. But Tampa is not a small city. We
No.
hear about how big this market is all the time. There are smaller markets with 4 franchises, right? You mentioned Philadelphia, but then it's not just Philadelphia. There's a lot of cities that have 4 professional franchises in their backyard, and they find a way to get it done, and we should find a way to get it done. How much it's going to cost, how we're going to pay for it, that's way over my head, but I think there are some really smart people involved, and if they can't figure it out, I think it says really negative things about our city. We should be able to compete.
It's why the development is so important, because you see what happened with the development, what Vinnick did with Water Street, and the Lightning not only sell out every game, but people filter out and they go out and they spend money on the streets. They spend money and make it a time. That's what they're trying to do and accomplish here with the Rays.
And the Rays might never sell out every game, but you can't convince me that this wouldn't be an overall win for Tampa. And if people are willing to just say, well, it's too much money and we're not going to figure it out and all, I think it's a garbage attitude. And I think we need to, this is an ownership group that bought this team to get this done. So let's help them get it done. And anything else, I think, is not doing the right thing for Tampa, personally. That's why I spent $19.98. I'm going to make this thing happen with my $20, Aaron.
You keep spending, buddy.
Listen,
I'm optimistic, but the transformation, what I saw from the renderings, beautiful. Still where it is in the area of Tampa. I'm not convinced it's going to become a destination. Midtown's fun, not a destination.
This thing is going to be so much bigger than Midtown.
I know.
And it's going to have a ballpark.
I know, but that was my perspective on that was my test on are people going to, if you build something awesome, are people going to go to it? And I'm not saying people don't go to Midtown, but it's not a hopping place. When you hear people talking about Tampa, they're not like, you got to go to Midtown.
Well, look at where it is.
Bingo. Bingo bongo. You're right. It's not too far from where we're going to be seeing this.
But dude, what's there? We're talking about building something the size of it's 130
there's restaurants,
acres.
there's hotels, there's Michelin restaurants, there's a rooftop bar.
It's a fraction of the size of what this is going to be. And this is going to be with Raymond James Stadium and whatever the hell they're calling the baseball stadium right there, right next to each other.
As long as the return on investment is because people are going to the actual redevelopment of that area, and that's something I just have to see. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just concerned about it.
Yeah.
I've lived in Tampa a long time. It's not an area where people are hanging out all the time.
No, it's not, because there's nothing to do there.
Right.
But if you put an actual destination there, then people will show up.
Well, you're confident, you're betting on that, and I hope it happens, but it's a wait and see game. We don't know.